Fuck. Joe John. Who the fuck is Joe? Oh, Joe. You're the first one in the house. Wow. Oh. Hey, everybody. We have 14 people. So Rabbi Gul, say, I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to say it. Let me look it up. I mean, I may look like an idiot, but I'm not an idiot sometimes. Namet. No, I said it. See, you got me to say it. Oh, it's a TV program? I don't know what it means. Meaning. There we go. Oh. So, Gul says, Namat meaning of Namat means blessing or a gift in Arabic. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Just you being here is a gift. Reflecting a sense of gratitude and appreciation. Well, that's so nice. Very nice. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. And who do we have here? We have Miss Abigail Carpenter. Hello, Abigail. Welcome to the live stream. Let's all do something nice like a Namat and hit the thumbs up so we get more people in here. We have a good time. You doing well? Well, that's great, Abigail. Are you from the United States? I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. Fairmont, West Virginia. I don't like the Rolling Stones, but that's a catchy tune. That's actually about the devil. United States. Okay, yeah, West Virginia. All right, yeah, very good, nice. That's probably the best place to live. Like I met this guy on TikTok, and he lives in Oregon. He bought a small house. He paid $240,000. He pays like no property taxes. So basically, like you don't even have to work. The only problem is that you need health care. That's the big problem in America. Is you need health care. You don't. I mean, some people never really use the healthcare system. You know, as long as you take care of yourself, you be careful. You know, eat right and just try to stay healthy. But then you never know. Like you need a dentist. Sometimes people need dentists. A lot of people's teeth. People have dental problems because of their diets or what they eat. So always overeating can like ruin your teeth and your bones, all of that stuff. Because you're always digesting. You're not working out weakens your bones and you don't build enough calcium. Because when you do strenuous exercise and liftings and put your bones under stress, that's how you build calcium. Like you could take calcium supplements, but you need to work out for your bones to absorb more calcium, making them harder. Yeah. Abigail deleted all her messages. That's fine. You don't want people to know. That's okay. I understand. Does anybody have any questions about Mr. President Donald Trumper? Or should we call him Orange Man Bad? So Vice President Harris, after the election, which I don't blame her, she went on vacation in Hawaii. So, good for her. You know, she spent all that money, $1.3 billion in like 4 months. She spent all of Biden's money, President Biden's money, plus all the money she was donated. That money just disappeared. And she went to Hawaii to vacation. I don't know what activities she likes to do. If she likes to fish, if she likes to swim. I mean, what can you do in Hawaii? You could do a lot of nature. There's a lot of nature all over Hawaii, the Hawaiian Islands, everywhere. I mean, I've been there. There's volcanoes, mainly volcanoes, you know, and then like, you know, it breaks down even more. You know, there's wildlife and there's beautiful, fantastic snorkeling and diving. There's great fishing. So it's basically like a nature walk. The food is good. It's okay. I mean, it's good food. Depending how much money you want to spend, because the food there is expensive. It's not cheap. Like you go to a restaurant, you're going to spend a lot of money because everything is imported. They don't really. I think they had a big sugarcane industry in Hawaii, and they have a big pineapple industry in Hawaii. I don't know. Yeah, in tourism, probably tourism now. And a lot of the sugar plantations were destroyed in order to make way for hotels and housing and stuff like that. You know, I'm not sure about the pineapple plantations, but when I went there was a lot of sugar, and you could see like them burning all the sugar fields. And that's part of the process of picking the sugar is by burning the fields, to burn the leaves off make it easier to harvest. So you'll go to Hawaii, you see like fires all over the place. When it's time to harvest. If they already harvested, you won't see the fires. And it's only for a couple of days. I saw them. I went in August, I think, and I guess August is harvest time. And there was fires everywhere. and I went to Maui. I went to the Big Island first, and then Maui after, I think. Or Maui and then the Big Island. I forgot. It was my first honeymoon. It was my little doggy. My dog is home. He went on a little vacation. His prior owner wanted some, so take the dog. I mean, you want the dog back, take it, you know. But then they were, no, I don't want him no more. He's so bad. You know, and this is him. You know, he's like a little, look at him. Does he look like a terror? Does he look like a terror? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He just got a bath last night. I'm not gonna really cut his fur off now because it's winter time. Usually, like in the summer, it probably won't grow much more than this unless it starts dragging along the floor. Then you could just cut it with a scissor. This is like human hair almost. Not as, it's softer than human hair, but it's sort of like human hair. So does anybody have any questions? No one's hit the thumbs up yet. So maybe nobody speaks American? They hit the thumbs up for my dog. For my little doggy. He's a boy. And he is a Yorkshire Terrier, silverback. See, he's got like a white, silver hair. Now, other terriers will be more black. You won't see the silver. So this is a really nice little dog. I mean, he's not, a lot of Yorkshires have very short legs. He doesn't, which is good. He has long legs, which makes him able to run fast. You know what I mean? Like he could run. Where the little ones, they can't run that fast. And he looks like this now, but when I shave him, he looks completely different. Ryan Mang, hello, 77. Mark Rivera, I have a question. Thoughts on my Steelers winning the Super Bowl? I don't know. I really haven't been following football, Mark. You know, I'm just not into that because you know what? All these big corporations and athletic teams and leagues, they don't do anything for society. They don't help. They don't go to the politicians and say, hey, you can't do that to them. You know, they never stick up for the working man. They just want our money. Oh, sorry. You know, they just want our money. They don't want to, not only that, they want to be tax exempt. They don't even want to pay taxes. They think they're entitled to not pay taxes. You know, so, yeah. So, I mean, like, what am I supporting them for? You know, like they have the new quarterback on the Giants, Tony Cutlets. Okay, the guy's Italian and this and that, but, you know. I feel for the guy. You know, he's working, but, you know, you can't expect me to pay your taxes for you while you allegedly entertain me. Not only that, you want me to go to a game and spend $15 for a hot dog. Where for $15, I can buy 4 packs of hot. I can buy all the hot dogs I can possibly eat with beans and all the toppings I want. I mean, and just sit on and watch it on television. Not only that, you can't even watch sports unless you are paying on television to watch it. It's not like the good old days. Remember the good old days when it was just on regular TV? I think it was channel 9 and 11. They had all the football games. They didn't have that many football games because they couldn't I believe the reason why, because they couldn't program them. They didn't have enough airspace to show all these games. Then they had the expansion teams. Because of cable, they were able to play more games. And people were able to watch more games because of the cable. You know, with the antenna, it was like different. You know, they even now play in England. To make more, to get more fans in England. You know, so more people in Europe now, you know, going to be like football fans. You know, and they're directly trying to compete with soccer there, which is the #1 sport. And here, the football leagues and the baseball leagues and the basketball leagues try to suppress soccer in the United States because they didn't want any competition. You know, because you figure how much competition they have. You have basketball, you have hockey, you have baseball, and you have football. So you have 4 major sports that these guys make insane amount of money. You know, and then you got like women's basketball that nobody watches, right? Because they suck. I mean, you watch the games. They're terrible. They fight, they hit each other. They don't know how to play in reality. You know, they had Caitlin Clark and they abused the shit out of her. And she had to leave, and she went to play in Europe where they offered her millions of dollars to play football, to play women's basketball there. And maybe she'll get more respect. Instead over here, you know, instead of the other players around her seeing, wow, she's bringing revenue to the league, let's boost her up and let's make her a big star. Who cares? You know, because by making her a star, the more money she makes, the more money you're going to make. Because, you know, they're going to need the league. So you could say, well, I'm not playing unless, whatever. But that's the thing. So Mark Rivera says, I do remember the static when the bunny ears were off. Yeah, I don't know what that means. But that's the, you know, that's why I don't have time for it. You know, like, oh, I got to go watch football from 1 o'clock until like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not doing that. I'd rather sit here and talk to you guys. Something real. I'd rather go on a live stream and have a discussion about anything. You know. And then, like, what really turned me off too was when they started doing that whole taking a knee stuff and like, wait a minute, I'm here to watch football, right? I really don't care what you think, how you feel. You know, in my opinion was if that guy Crappernick wanted to make a stand against the police, go to your own town where you live, go in front of the police station that's in your town and take a knee there. Why do it on national TV? You know what I mean? And then then all of them weren't standing for the national anthem. Like the flag did something to them. Remember, this country never hurt you. It's not the country, it's the politicians. Like if he had a plan, instead of standing up against the flag, why didn't he mention names? And say, oh, you people in politics are causing the problem that I feel are hurting the people that I am trying to help, right? So you want to blame everybody in America, right? You want to blame the whole country. Is that even possible? Think about it. It's not even about like respecting the troops, right? That's a part of it. But the flag represents everybody. It just doesn't represent a certain group of people. That flag represents all of us. Whatever, you know, all the citizens, right? Whether you got a green card or you were naturalized or you were born here, right? That flag represents us. And then even like if illegals come here, they sort of get some representation too, right? You know, because we have a clause that says innocent until proven guilty. You know, think about that. So why would you like disrespect a flag that represents you and me? And what did the flag do to you? That flag doesn't represent the president. It doesn't represent Congress. It doesn't represent the House of Representatives. It doesn't represent the state you live in. It represents the people of the United States, all of us. That's what that flag represents. It represents America. You know what I mean? That's why we have, like if you're in the military, you have an American flag because you're representing the United States of America. This is the problem, is the both sides of the political spectrum. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so why would you do that during the national anthem? You know, why would you do that? Like, why would you like, how does the national anthem, what does it have anything to do with what a police officer or anybody did to anybody? That's one-on-one. That has nothing to do with the whole country. The police have nothing to do with America. They just work here like everybody else. They just have jobs. They don't represent the American flag. You know what I mean? They represent themselves. You see, that's the problem. In American society today, rather than blaming the individual, they want to blame groups of people. They want to say everybody. So like if you see me and you say, oh, this guy's in that group of person, so he's responsible for something that I think that it's wrong because he looks like that, right? Rather than saying, now society would be a lot better, right, if we called out the individuals. So let's say a police officer does something out of the ordinary to a citizen, right, or to a citizen, right? Why would you blame the entire police force when probably the majority of the other cops are nice people? They're very good people. They've helped people. They went out of their way to help people. They never had an intention to hurt someone. I mean, so why would you blame every single and then blame the whole country? who could, like? I think that's more wrong. So basically, if you go to college, right, and you take psychology, and then there's sociology, right? So Carl Jung was the asshole who said, let's not blame. I took a lot of psychology in college. Not that I'm the smartest guy in the world. I'm far from it. I'm probably the dumbest guy on YouTube. He said let me go to Sigmund Freud, that whack job that associated everything to sex. Okay, because his background, that's what they do. They associate everything to sex. SEX. Oh, you can't say sex on TikTok or YouTube. Like penis envy, the phallic symbol, all this shit, right? And then call you but what the one thing that Sigmund Freud did is he blamed he was more for an individual taking the blame for himself. Like, so if somebody does an action, it's that person's fault. That's it. No one around him is to blame for what that person did, which I agree with. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of the other things Sigmund Freud did, but I agree with that, right? Then Carl Jung comes along, same background as Sigmund Freud, another nut job, right? He comes and he says, well, if the person commits and it's society's fault. Really? Really? He said, if you go read up on that guy, and I'm reading this shit, and I'm like, why would they even teach this in school? It's fucking nonsense. Why would you blame an entire people because one asshole is an asshole? What about the rest of the people who are good? We didn't do anything wrong. He did, she did, individually. You see what I mean? So that's why I don't watch sports anymore. Because, those guys who did all that, even baseball, women's basketball did that, all these, I don't know if hockey did it, they took a knee. I don't remember really watching it, but, baseball players, like, why? So you're going to blame an entire country for the action of one person? Does that make any sense to you? I don't know what background people here have, but think about it. Top T, what's this dude on about? Well, you came in, I don't know how long you've been here, but we're just talking about social abnormalities. You know, so what I'm trying to say is that rather than blaming groups of people, you should blame the individual. That's it. Not only that, if you're an individual, and I mean, unfortunately, and they call somebody out on you to come and calm you down or whatever you did, and they called the authorities on you. You know, that's your responsibility. Like, you know, if you have road rage and you get out of the car and you start breaking the guy's car, like we see a lot on these videos, that's whose fault is that? And then if the authorities come and you're still out of control and they start beating the piss out of you, whose fault is that? You know what I mean? If you ever watch the Kid Rock video when he says, it's so funny, they are against the cover-up of the situation. Right. Eco-luginine. Echo. You really understand Young's point wrong. Young's point, right, okay. It's not that the individual is not to blame. It's about society being breeding ground for people. But that's not true. That's not true. The majority of people in society are good. Yeah. And the reason why society is good is because we have the authorities. That the majority of people don't want to lose their freedom. The majority of people in America are good people. I mean, we are supporting this country, even though the people who we elect to represent us are not doing things in our best interest, like lowering our taxes, eliminating federal income tax, eliminating state income tax, eliminating property taxes. Who did I vote for? B. I voted for Donald. Orange man bad. But are misinformed. Right. So you can't. Nobody breeds people. There are very well-educated, very good-hearted, blue-collar, white-collar, good family men and women who come out of the worst places in America. And they're good people. They're very nice people. So because the people around them decided to do other things besides being nicer, that's not their fault. That's them. You choose your own way, your own path, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you're with your friends and they start handing you over things that you shouldn't be doing because it's bad for your health, and you do it, that's your fault. You know, you succumb to peer pressure, right? I never did that. Well, I mean, I grew up in New York. You know how much shit I was around? I could have became a bad person, and the authorities would have apprehended me and maybe beat me up and incarcerated me, but I chose to not fall into that trap. And there's a lot of other people of different backgrounds all over the country that have the same feelings as I do, like everybody here. So it's not the society that causes anything to anybody. It's you. Blame yourself for your own problems. No one's to blame for the kind of life you lead. It's your fault. Big Orange. Remember when they painted Joe? Yeah. I mean, some people do funny stuff. You gotta hand it. Like, even if they do like funny things, it's funny. I mean, I think it's funny. You know, like with him in the boat with all the cats. That's funny. Why would you be offended? But you notice there wasn't really anything. Well, there was things about both sides. I mean, there was things about both sides. Stephen King, hey buddy, welcome back, my friend. Guys, can you hit the thumbs up button, please? All you gotta do is double tap the screen. It's so easy. If you're on a laptop, just hit the thumbs up. What do you think about the government spending 700,000 on finding out whether Neil Armstrong said one more step for man or one more? It's just theft. You know what it is? It's creative spending. I mean, basically, that's what it is. There's nothing to think about. Who cares what Neil Armstrong said? Who gives a fuck? Why would you spend 700,000? One small step for man or one small step for a man. I mean, who cares? It's a creative way of spending money, of creating like some stupid research group and paying them to waste money. That's all basically that's what it comes down to. So now the society is on the hook for $700,000, which is wasted. It's a waste of money. It's absurd for anybody to even consider that. Yeah, who cares? Who gives a shit? No offense to you. Vote for Project Bro. Royer Mang 77. You know how many projects are out there? There's Project 25, there's Project 50, there's Project 28. You just don't know about it because they're out there. People write theses. People write all kinds of crap. You know what I mean? So if you could put it in front of the right person, it'll get promoted. It's just like writing a book. So Project 2025 was just like a speaking point for someone else to say, see how bad it is? He's gonna do this and he's gonna do that. And Project 20, so they made like Project 2025 a bad thing. That's all. I mean, the opposite side, that because names are mentioned in it, were used in a term of being like a bad thing. That's not a good thing. It's bad. Be afraid of it. I mean, when are people going to realize that the politics uses fear tactics for everything? I mean, that's what that is. It's just a fear tactic. It's just a talking point to go against your competition or your opposition. Like when the chicken farmers want to sell more chickens, they'll say, oh, there's mercury in fish. Or when the cattle farmers want to sell more beef, they'll say, oh, pork, it's bad for you. There's worms in it. Don't eat it. Eat beef. It's better for you. And the pork industry says, hey, where the white meat? We're cheap, right? Pork is the cheapest meat you can buy. It's fucking cheap, man. If you're on a budget, eat pork. It is cheap and it's healthy. There's no blood in it. Well, meat doesn't technically have blood. It's very good for you. It's high in protein. It's cheaper than turkey. It's cheaper than beef. It's cheaper than fish. It's cheaper than chicken. So, you go to Costco, you could get a pack of pork like this, all pork chops, for like $10. Go buy a pack of steaks for $75. Okay. They spent $100,000 to find out if sunfish are more aggressive after drinking gin or tequila. It's just wasteful spending. I mean, it's just absurd. They see the way they think is, oh, it's in the budget. Oh, the money we're giving to a foreign country to fight a war, it's in our budget. We're still spending the money. It's in the budget. Don't worry about it. Oh, it doesn't. It's part of the budget because the budgetary system they have it makes no sense. Like, if you don't spend it, you're not going to get it. Well, hello. If you get a budget, you don't need to spend it. Why waste it? What is the point of that? Like in the military, let's say they give the military $100 billion budget. right? So they know, well, if we don't spend the whole 100 billion, we're not going to get another 100 billion to spend. So how about spending less and then just the government gives you what you spent out of the 100 billion because you're budgeting properly. You're not wasting the money. I mean, hello. I mean, doesn't that make more sense? So these people that go to college in Congress, they're all crooks. I mean, how do you make a law? How do you make a system where if you don't spend the money you get, you lose it? That makes absolutely no sense. No, it should be like spend what you need, and then at the end of the year, we'll replenish what you haven't spent. Not throw it away so we can borrow more money and go deeper into debt. So the right way of telling these organizations how to spend money is spend what you need, and if you have, leftover, then we'll replenish. That's it. No, stop that. No. I don't know why he wants to tear apart his bed. Stop that. Come over here. You got a bone. Eat your bone. John, you seem like a level-headed kind of dude. Good shit. Oh, thanks. TOPT, Top T. Roy Mang says he hiring all of them. Yeah. That means they will implement. Yeah. Michelo Angelo. What's up? What's up, Michelo? How you doing? Good seeing you again. Terry Gamboa. Hello. No to what, my friend? Guys, give a thumbs up. You giving me the middle finger? Gamboa is flipping me the bird. It's not the first time. Oh. Well, see, Angelo's giving me 3 birds means I love you, right? So 3 means I love you. Yeah. So Donald Trump, would love to start cleaning up the way the politicians spend the money. The way organizations spend money. It's absurd. I mean, we're in debt. We're in serious debt. I think he was probably saying no to the mass overspending. Yeah. It's just crazy. Like, and then they want to tax you. They just want to tax you. They want to tax you. And then they have people that are sales tax exempt, like lawyers and accountants and townships. Let's say you go to a township and you buy a permit, right? You go get a permit. They should tax that. So if a builder goes, let's say this builder comes from wherever, and he comes to your state, and he wants to build and make money, and he wants to buy permits from the township, they should be taxed. Why not collect the sales tax? Why just sell the permit tax-free? It's a good. When you get a permit, you're actually buying something. You're buying the ability to build with the permission of the town. So why is that tax exempt? How much more would the permit cost? So let's say you go in and you buy a $3,000 permit, it'll be another $180 or whatever your state tax is. But maybe the township could take that money and reduce people's property taxes, which the way it should be. Like if you're a mayor of a town, your sole goal is to reduce taxes. Why are you a mayor? Why am I voting for you? Oh, vote for me. For what? What am I voting for you for? There's a guy, he's a governor, and he wants to be the governor of New Jersey. Because the new governor, he's done. He can't run anymore, right? So he says, oh, I'm going to lower your train tickets. What? So you're gonna make a campaign promise to only people who take the train to Manhattan? You're gonna fight a business, the MTA, to lower their rates Because you think that's going to help somebody living in New Jersey paying insane amount of property taxes or high car insurance? You think the guy saving $100 a month or just a handful of people is going to help the state of New Jersey? No, what's going to help the state of New Jersey is you finding other means of making money for the state besides taxing the citizenship. That's your job, is to lower my taxes, not to lower my car fare. BMW M4, shoe nice. Crunchy Joints says Trump is president and I'm so pumped. Yeah, I mean, let's see what he does. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully he reduces our taxes. I mean, the one thing that the government should do in all the states is try and eliminate property taxes. So you own your home outright. Why should you pay property taxes? Yeah, I think the majority of the country, I would say 80% of the country voted for him. Maybe a lot of the other blue states were a deal. Like they could have lost them and there's, looks, and give it to states, please. Just make believe. Okay, he doesn't care. He knows, so he just gave it to them to be nice. But I could be wrong. It's just my thought. Because don't forget, Ronald Reagan beat Dukakis by every single state except his home state. So maybe Ronald Reagan was nice enough to give him that state that he lost. You know what I mean? Because in 2016, I think, or 2020, I mean, that election was a mess. A mess. Total mess. Total mess. Guys, let's hit double tap the screen, and we'll get more thumbs up. We'll get more people in here, more questions. We'll have a lot more fun. The live will be more enjoyable because maybe we can have a good time. People ask a stupid question. You thought I was black? Well, if I tan enough, I can become very, very dark. Let's see, we have Hambone. Oh, Hambone's been here before. And I have a hidden message. This dude has the IQ of a hubcap. We could show that. I mean, Hambone, there would be other people who agree with you that I do have the IQ of a hubcap. They still have hubcaps, I think. I always tell people, you're better off buying a car without expensive rims. Like I'm looking to buy a new car now, But so far the cheapest, most reliable engine type of car that I see is the Nissan Altima or the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissans in general. But if you get a Pathfinder, it doesn't have the CVT transmission, is a 9-speed transmission. And I seen one with like low miles for like 22,000. And that's a great car. Even if it's front wheel drive, you're better off. I'm sure. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm telling you. People before have said I have the IQ of a nail. But think of a nail. A nail, how important a nail is. It keeps our houses together, right? Without nails, I mean, at least in America that we build all our homes out of wood, but anywhere, nails are one of the most useful tools or useful building materials that we possibly have. Now, like if you go to Japan, they make everything dowels and they put glue and they slide everything together. I think they do that because of the earthquakes. So when they have an earthquake, if you have nails, the nails can pull out and weaken the structure. But if you're in Japan and you're like an earthquake prone, and you dovetail everything, when it moves, the dovetail will tighten up again. The wood will just naturally come back and tighten, but it'll give it the flexibility to move. You know what I mean? So like, if you take a dovetail in your drawer, they usually glue them. But in Japan, they don't glue the dovetails they make for the houses. And they're very eloquent, like very creative. So they flex. That's basically what I can only think about. The reason why they do. Why would you do all that work when you just fucking nail it? You know what I'm saying? You know, we use nails and we use joist hangers, which makes it easy construction. You know, easy. And it makes it stronger too. Like, and there's hurricane ties. So you take a joist hanger, you nail it to the fascia, I think they would call that. And then you put your joist hanger. How many carpenters we have in here? And then you just put the TGI beam or the 2x10, whatever you're using, right? And you just nail it. And that's good for a long time, forever. Some people make very bad cuts. They don't cut them right. I mean, you know, but if you cut everything right and you use joist hangers, and they're all galvanized. Maybe not ones that you use for interior use, but exterior use ones, they last forever. So we have 50 people here and 5 thumbs up. Hubcap, did you double tap the screen and give a thumbs up after calling me a hubcap? Yeah, Hambone? Hambone, do you so see Hambone likes ham. Jamie Elmore, no. What does that mean? No. No, we have no bananas today. Or yes, we have bananas today. What does that mean? No. No! Please, no! You vote for Kamala. I mean, hey, listen. You know, everybody hates on Vice President Harris because she basically had a very easy life. So, you know, people are jealous. But she's not the smartest. She doesn't speak good. She's not a very good speaker. That's her problem. Yeah, I mean, she did fail the bar. James A says, I probably voted Trump. She just isn't qualified. Right. I mean, she's not a very good speaker like Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, whether Tulsi Gabbard was on the up and up or not, you know, whoever was her sponsors, whether she was on the up and up or not, she could still speak eloquently, like Vivek. My gosh. That's why Donald Trump told me, man, that guy can talk. He was like, holy shit, that guy speaks good. That's basically what he meant. Maybe Vivek took it in a different way, but I think Donald Trump commended him by saying, wow, you have mastered the American language. Yes, he does. I mean, he says words I never even heard of. Like, and the way he puts them in sentences. See, I was on a live stream yesterday, my live stream, and that's what I said. I said, education, the first thing they should teach the kids is how to speak proper American. Not English, because we don't say tomato, we say tomato. So they should teach them how to speak. Give them a huge vocabulary, right? Teach them how to write and teach them how to read so they can understand what they're reading. Then they can write and then they can speak. And that's how you make an intelligent society, because people have a better grasp of the vocabulary. You know what I mean? Like Vivek. And like JFK is very, very great speaker. Like, he has such a huge vocabulary. They say words, I don't even know what, I have to look them up. Wait, whoa. Pause. What does that mean? And then, and like, wow, you say, holy shit. Oh, good. So Trump 2024, if Dems want to win and get my vote, run Besh. Well, you know what? We can't. I think America is in such peril that we need to have presidents who are second generation. So that would have disqualified. Well, Trump's father was born here, but not his mother. So it should be like both your parents are born here, and then you're not first generation, you're second generation. So like your parents can't move from another country, give birth to you, and then you could run for public office. So you would have to marry another American person, give birth to that person, and now that person has a lot invested in our country because, you know, they have grandparents and they have a history. You know what I mean? Like even Vice President Harris, like Jamaica, that's her history. Like, oh, my family's from Jamaica. They're not like they don't have a lot of American heritage. You know, the woman lived in Canada for 16 years. We lived in Canada, grew up in Canada, went to school, was raised in Canada. And now she's running for president. I mean, do you think that's right? I don't think so. I think the way America is now, maybe the founding fathers never expected all this, you know, back and forth. Where were you born? Let me see your birth certificate. I think you should be second generation. You should have American heritage, like Robert F. Kennedy. His family's from they can go back way back, like even the Bushes. You know what I mean? Barack Obama, you really can't trace his roots back to America. It goes back to Kenya. Like we need people who have generational historical American roots. Now I don't. Let's see, we have a hidden message from Jeffrey Colum. He says, fuck no. We could show that. See, like you're allowed to say you're allowed to drop F-bombs on YouTube. You just can't drop them like F, this F, that, fuck, F, this, F. You could say, oh, fuck, you know, that car. And that's good. That's okay. Because you're using it in a terminology in a sentence. You can't just like drop F-bombs like you're raking leaves. You know? James H says, I don't think Harris was loyal. I mean, how can you have dual citizenship and be loyal to America? How is this even possible? I mean, think about it. How do we have people in charge of the Treasury having a dual citizenship? You have a loyalty to another country. Why do you need that? It's just absurd. You know, now that I think what's his name, one of President Trump's appointees, what's his name, wants to try and eliminate where you can't have dual citizenship and run for public office, which I agree 100%. You can't, like Senator Omar is dual citizenship. And the president of the country that she has the other citizenship was here campaigning for her re-election. You think that's what America, that's how it should be? Like anybody can come here from any country, have dual citizenship, and run for office. And get elected, and then make laws and send money to the country you come from. Does that make that makes absolutely no sense? That's I don't know what to call it. It's called jurisdiction. Having a baby doesn't mean they're American citizens. That word means the parents have to be citizens before the children can. Right. Hi, Ike's girl. Political fisherman. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, pal. Harris had tough. Oh, another message held for review. Let's see. And it comes from Jay Cintron. Mr. Jay Cintron, how are you, sir? I can do what I want. I can do what I want. F YouTube. I don't know. Should I say okay to that? F YouTube. Maybe if you would have worded that in a different way, Jay. But we already have one F-bomb. So let's not try to... Let's keep the live civil. How about that? So I'm just going to delete that. But I read it out, so you know what I read. I didn't just delete your message. Trying to disrespect you. I understand you're trying to participate, but that's cool. Muzzlemean 777. Brothers in humanity. If you read books in your life and never read Quran, try it. Okay. 777. T-Love. You swayed me on that, Bubba. Dubai Dookie Man. I'll send you $100 if you smoke a shard on screen. A shard. You're not allowed to smoke on YouTube. That's one of the things you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to smoke. You're not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to have smacks. You know what I mean? So, even if I wanted that 100, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to smoke. I mean, I would have to be smoking like this, and then blow it over here, like that. Or if I wanted to drink, I'd have to put it in a cup like this, and they wouldn't know what I'm drinking. They'd think I'm drinking coffee, which I am. I have coffee. Ike's girl. Hey, Ike's girl. Read the Quran. It's from an adult that threw a tantrum. Cause now so you can't say Jews. You gotta say Jewish people. See, the way there's certain terms and certain ways to incorporate Jewish and Jews. You know what I mean? So I would have said, but it's okay. I'm not going to delete it. It's fine. Jewish wouldn't listen. So married a rich girl and wrote that book 1,400 years after God. Yeah. We have a skeleton from Top T. What's that about? Muslimina, not worth it, man. Okay. And we have political fisherman. Actually, you know what, political fisherman? I went fishing yesterday, and I dogged out. You know what happened? My waders. So I had my waders on. I had my jacket. A lot of people put their waders over their shit. So I had my waterproof jacket over it. And the waders must have lost their vulcanization, and I had this much water in my boot. I was I wanted to try to keep fishing. I couldn't even walk the beach because I'm in my waders sloshing around. So I had to go home. Or else I probably would have, because I have a lot of guys that don't have fishing carts. I like to bring a fishing cart so I could bring 3 fishing poles, and it's lightweight. Just pull it with me, and I got my tackle bag. And yeah. So political fisherman says the comments are out of control, but you handle it well. Well, thank you, political fisherman. So Muslimean 77 says very respectful live giant. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Let's give more thumbs up. Let's give more thumbs up. Political fisherman, that's the word. Oh yeah, I just ordered a new pair. I used to do so much fishing. I had my pickup truck and I had the cap on. I keep all my fishing gear in there. Right after work, I fucking go to the beach. Parker, how you doing, pal? Parker's unfortunately yes, but that's the democratic process. In terms of Chance Wilkins, hey Chance, everybody say hello to Chance. Look, Chance is here. I'm edging to this using expired McDonald's Szechuan sauce as a lubricant. Can you? That would burn. I think it would burn, man. I don't know if I'd want to use Szechuan McDonald's sauce on. Even who knows what the hell's in that? Political fishing. You're a steelhead. Yeah, well, like the Jersey Shore, like they fish for right now. The stripe is like going nuts, and now they want to reduce the size of the fish that you can get. So right now we're in a 27 to 31.5 inch slot. So they want to make it smaller. I mean, which is okay. You know, what they could do is if they were smart, they would let us keep 2 fish, but smaller fish. But guys, I mean, if I would have caught a big 40-inch fish and I thought that it was a male, because usually the really big fuckers are females and they got like big bellies full of eggs and stuff. But if you catch a big enough fish and you can like say, well, yeah, this is a male, take it home. I mean, the males ain't gonna disseminate the fish. It's the females. Like, even if you go crabbing, a lot of the fishermen, they'll throw the females back. Oh yeah, that's the great thing about. Oh, T Love says you would love fishing down. Yeah, that's the great. That's why a lot of men move to, and women too. They move to Florida because they can have a boat, use it all year long, or they can go fishing all year long. You know what I mean? The fish there is like, there's everything. I mean, it's just, you can get tuna, you can get red snapper, all kinds of fish. Right here, it's all seasonal bullshit, and there's so many restrictions. You spend all that money trying to fish, and you know, you can't even keep any fish. Like people buy expensive boats, you can't even keep any fish. If you're a charter boat, they allow the fishermen to keep like more than 1 fish, but not stripers. Like, yeah, there's like different rules because, you know, you go on like a charter boat, they gotta charge you $200. You're gonna keep 1 fish for $200? You know what I mean? I thought that was the question to the live. Heather Mocha, hello from West Coast Canada. Hello, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Political fisherman, nice. T-Love, I have a boat parked behind my house on a chain of lakes. Oh, that's cool. Mozomina, Johnny, any chance you have Polish grant? No, I don't. I'm 100% Italian, American. My family's all Italian. Not my. I married an Irish girl, but T-Love, freshwater, but yeah, freshwater's good. I mean, guys in the Great Lakes, I mean, you know, whatever they catch there, they have expensive boats. Oh, we have a message held for review. Let's see what it is. Yay! Ooh, goosebumps. Debbie Beak. Mega dorkies, easy Trump, mega who are dumb. I mean, it's pretty funny. If anybody wants to read it. Mega dorkies, easy Trump, MAGA who are dumb. Does that make any sense? I should have deleted it. I should have hid that. Now everybody's like, what? Huh? Wait a minute. Can you rewrite that, Debbie? So we can understand that a little more. No, but that's cool. That's cool, Debbie. It is funny. Mahid Abidi. What happened to Matt Getz? Yeah. Matt Getz is a smart guy too, man. Wow. For a young guy like that guy is so intelligent. I mean, the way he speaks, and like whenever he speaks, he's always on track. Like he never loses track. He just, and that's pretty hard to do. Like when you're an intellect and you're speaking, you have to stay focused. So now you just think about it. You're in front of all these senators and congressmen, all these other people involved in politics who think they're all smarter than you, right? So you know how smart you have to sound when you get somebody like Senator or Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You're like you never hear Ilhan Omar say anything. All she does is go up there and scream. Ah, you motherfuckers. Ah, ah. That's it. Or Rashida, she does the same thing. She goes up there. Ah! You know, they never really fight. I don't know what they're fighting for. If you ask me. See, what they should be doing is, like, if Ilhan Omar was sincere to her to the people who selected her to become their representative, she should do everything in her power to lower those people's taxes. That's her job. Find ways to lower property taxes and income tax. Not worry about foreign countries. That's not any senator's job. You know, like you get, what's his name? What's that guy's name? Like he'll go on TV and he'll start talking about another country. Like, wait a minute, we're talking about America. No, we're not. We're talking about another country. Well, all right. His name is right on the tip of my tongue. Steve says Debbie dumb. T-Love says Debbie's cooking all right. It's a little warm in our house right now. Steve says we wish Trump was our prime minister. And we have T-Love, Debbie. Crystal Water says it has you review the comments first. Interesting. It has you review the comments. Well, I just read in the comments, like see what people say. Silence fiction. I like that. Silent. Oh, he's my dog. Good boy. Missing with 17-year-old is smart. Messing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, people who do that, I mean, you should be smart enough not to do that. How old was he when that happened? Is this recent? I mean, how old was he? Barbara Day. Wish Trump was our president too in Canada. Wow. I mean, you don't hear anybody saying that about anybody else. I've never heard that before. Oh, I wish George W. Bush was our president. I never heard that. Oh, I wish, Barack Obama was our president. Only Trump. Caleb Hart says, Trump baby. Juan Onheli Lynn says, Trump 2024. James Day says, you're okay with Matt Gaetz touching children just because he can talk. No, I never said that. I'm just saying that the guy isn't very well speaking. How old was he when he was doing that? And he hasn't been convicted of it. He's been accused of it. A conviction and accused, two different things. And in America, you're innocent until proven guilty. So that's all I'm saying about Matt Gaetz. SPR Dave, Trump, God bless. Yes, God bless Trump 2024. James Day. Oh, one day before they release what they found on him, he puts in his... Oh, hey, smart move. What do you want him to do? He did the right thing. You know, for America, for the party. And now they got even a worse person than Matt Gaetz in there to, like, hope to do the investigations that they were afraid that he was going to do. Abigail Carpenter, happy Thanksgiving to you too, dear. Thank you very much. Abigail Carpenter, happy Thanksgiving. SPR Dave says, James calls 17-year-old child Joker. Oh, James Joker calls 17-year-old child. I mean, in society, you know, we call a 17-year-old a child because of, they need them to be children because they need them to go to college and stay in high school. So they have to make these young people feel like they're not adults. So they stay in high school and they go to college and spend money, or else universities will go out of business. Should all Americans? Yeah, all Americans should have health care. But how are you going to pay for it? You can't pay for it with citizen taxation. I mean, how much can you tax people? That's what they do in England. They tax rather than taxing goods and services, they tax people. Oh, it's going to be too expensive for the consumer, but yet we're going to tax them into foreclosure, into bankruptcy. That's good, right? That makes a lot of sense. Let's do that instead. Let's just tax people into foreclosure and bankruptcies. So we don't have, so a pack of gum doesn't cost $3, or a case of beer doesn't cost $40, or a bottle of wine doesn't cost $20. Thank you, Abigail. Joshua Tift, hello, buddy. Remember Christine Blasey Ford? That was all bullshit. She even admitted it then. I mean, she's on trust. I don't remember. So why are you putting this guy on trial for? Oh, it was in college. It was dark. I didn't know if it was him. We were drinking. Like, that was her send off to the world. Her pretending whatever it was. Molly Marcone, hello. Trump, make America great again. Yes, MAGA. James Day, nothing smart to say. So you could. Okay, nobody did that. Come on, buddy. That was a mistake. He corrected it after that. That was a typo, buddy. You know, don't take things too personal. We're just having a conversation here, right? Correct? Right? I'm talking to you, answering your questions. The guy probably made a mistake, and I'm sure he would even apologize if he's still here. I don't know if he wants to. I'm not saying you have to. You know, if the guy feels offended and you didn't really mean it, you can just say, "Listen, that's not really what I meant." Abigail Carpenter says it is raining outside. Not here. It's pretty nice out. Joshua Tilt, nothing is free, Spada. That's true. That's true. Well, the other thing too is like in America, right? You know, people say healthcare. We need healthcare. Oh, free. Why don't they make hospitals that can house more people in one room to make it cheaper? Like, you know, I mean, it's nice having your own room, but pay for it yourself. Why would the hospital? They build these big hospitals to accommodate like 3 people in a room, and then charge the insurance company like $3,000 a night. Why don't you make, like, if you want a private room, you pay for that out of your own pocket. Or if you want healthcare, make it more affordable by having dormitories. If you can't afford your own healthcare, then you can't afford a private room. And you shouldn't expect the government to pay for a private room. If you go to Europe, like Italy, my friend was in the hospital. I went to visit her. She was in a room with like 20 other people. And they had curtains too fucking bad. She ain't paying for it. It's free. The taxpayers are paying for it. You shouldn't be entitled to a private room with a television and your own personal shower and your own personal toilet. That's why healthcare is so fucking expensive, because hospitals build these hotels, luxury hotels, and call them hospitals. You know, maybe that's a way to reduce cost. So if you wanted your own private room with a balcony and your own golden shower, then pay for it out of your own pocket. How much is that private room? Oh, it's $3,000 an hour. I'll take the dorm. People in the military sleep in dorms. Why shouldn't we all have our own room too? Right or wrong? I mean, think about it. If you want free health care and you're not working, or you make, you know, you make whatever, right? You got a job, and society is providing you a service that is very good for you, like dental and all kinds of health care, childbirth. Now you want a private room? No, I think that if the hospital made dorms, you know, and who cares? Listen, oh, I want privacy, my family. Well, too fucking bad. Too bad. Pay for your own health care. Why should I pay for your... My friend, I mean, she has private health insurance through her company, right? The poor woman had her large intestine rupture. That's like, you have a 40% of survival. You should see the room she had. I walked in, I was like, holy shit. The room was huge. You could have fit 4 beds in there, closets, widescreen TV, gigantic stand-up shower with toilet, a couch. A couch. You should see this couch. Beautiful. That opens up to a bed for family members to sleep in. I mean, enormous. So I can just imagine how much that rice is. Can I see the bill when you get out of the hospital? I really want to see how much that room was. Even like when my ex-wife gave birth to my daughter. She had the room with a view, beautiful. So why can't like mothers who give birth be in the same room like 10 of them? Like, what's the big deal? You know, why Americans so, I don't know, what's the word for that? I mean, like, you know, so that's one of the ways they could probably afford private health care, is to eliminate all these private rooms, because then the insurance companies don't want to pay for you to stay in the hospital. And my friend had to go back to the hospital because the insurance company didn't want to pay for that room every single night, like whatever it was. It probably cost the insurance company $10,000, $13,000 for her to stay in that room. Where if she was in a room with, let's say, 8 people, right? It would have been probably a lot less. Ignorant, seems very right-wing. 18, join militaries. Well, at 17, you can get your parents can sign a waiver for you to join the military at 17. So you can go to the recruiting station at 16. Fill out all the paperwork, and then they'll set it up when you turn 17, whatever month you want to go within that year to basic training, you'll go. And you'll be a soldier. You could sign for 4 years, 8 years, and, you know, you'll be out of your house. You'll be working in the military. And in the military, you can get a college degree. You can learn a trade. There's a lot you can do in the military. James, they say, seems very right-wing. Carl pelts on ignorant old people. Here in the UK, he get tax, and we have free health care. We are happy with that. So, okay, that's fine. Jay Trinidad, Brooklyn, huh? What part? Oh, I'm from Bensonhurst. James Angelo, yes, he's our president, period, for sure. Nah, never mind. That's a native. I hear the accent. Native? New Yorker? Kimmy's S. Trump. SPR Dave, what's up, my man? You seem to be a good guy. Hope you have a great... Well, thank you, Dave. Come anytime. Everybody, please give a thumbs up. All you got to do is double tap the screen if you're on a cell phone, or hit the like button if you're on a computer, or your desktop, or laptop. Wow, we have a good message here. Mass Jugallo. All right, I absolutely hate this argument. If you're a U.S. citizen, Obama, Trump, Biden, and now again Trump, are your president, like it or not? That's exactly. I agree with you 100%. Mr. Gallo. Abigail says, let's be respectful to the host. Thank you, Abigail. Joshua, MAGA is great. Well, you know why I think he used that jingle, that song? Why? Because he wanted to be inclusive. Because who are the YMCA? Like when you watch the video, why? I mean, you come to a conclusion of who the performers could be. Right? You can't say, I can't like say, oh, he's that, because I don't know. They've never told me. I can just assume that they are a particular they have a particular way of life. So he used that song to be inclusive, perhaps, to those people. And then it's a nice song. You know, YMCA is fun to be at the YMCA. And then basically all the characters in that song wore working suits, so he was representing the working man. And then the YMCA is not a place where just one demographic of people go to. Everybody goes to the YMCA. Everyone goes to the YMCA. It's not, anybody can join the YMCA. Jay Trinidad says, I'm a Brooklyn native, brother, from the East. Oh, East New York. East New York. James A. Haha. Abedi says, do you think the Soviet is going to make a comeback like Trump? Nah. Michelle Hughes, Fairbanks. I don't think, I mean, Russia doesn't want war because they can't afford it. They can't fight NATO. Between the United States and NATO, we have like 26 aircraft carriers. Russia has one or two, and they're from like World War II. You know, they don't even want to build one. They just want access. You know, I don't know what they want. I mean, Gaio says Fairbanks, Alaska. Michelle Hughes is Fairbanks, Alaska. Mass Jugalo says we're all entitled to our political beliefs, but as a good, proud masshole, I will say the Yankees are bums. I would agree, and the Giants are becoming bums as well. James Day, low IQ chat. I'm not offended. It's okay. I know. My IQs. I don't even know what my IQ is. I try to take IQ tests, and Sean Brockman, believe it or not, but he is. I'm low IQ, meaning I'm low IQ. I probably am. Michelle Hughes says, I pay my own way. What, in medical expenses? Jason Metz. So Metz is what, a German last name? So is that Trump's fault? Nothing is Trump's fault. Justin Ebanks, we do pay for it ourselves in the UK. It's not free. It's a national health care. Right. I mean, you pay for it at a citizen taxation, right? Well, why does the UK tax its citizens and not find other means of getting funding for the government? So they just want to tax the citizenship. So businesses are exempt from taxes. Michelle Hughes, I pay my own bills. E-banks, it's not free. We pay national insurance. Oh, you do pay national insurance in the UK? I didn't know that. Jason Metz, take the tax funding out of it and make them complete. Well, I'm for taxation of goods and services only. I'm not for citizen taxation. I would say tax everything there is. Like, let's say you go and get a permit where let's say you need a work permit to do work. You should pay tax on that permit. That's it. The permit's $150, you pay the state tax. You're buying something from the town, basically. You're getting permission, so that should be taxed. You know, like I said before, if a builder comes from another state and wants to build all this housing, and the permits could easily be like $10, $15, $20, $30,000. Why shouldn't they tax that? Why tax me? Why tax citizens? What sense does that make when they can tax so many things that could be just taxed? Everything that's transacted, lawyers should charge a sales tax. Justin Ebanks says, no, you get robbed. Michelle Hughes, I work the stock market, vested with the state. Oh, good. Michelle Hughes, so you pay $1,000 a month for health care? Jay Trinidad, I wouldn't call some hotels here in New York City luxury hotels, Johnny. Kings County and Brookdale are legit. Right there, boat trip. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Aaron Hickman, long live King Trump. Yeah, maybe that's the way it should go. You know, where they can clean house and get all the... Joshua Tift. And the American taxpayer pays for European defense. Yeah. Well, that's why Trump told them, I'm not paying for it anymore. You know, you got to stop paying. Tax your citizens more. You know, if you want to, like, tax your citizens, keep taxing them. Don't expect to tax my citizens more. Hospitals. Okay, I got you, Trinidad. Jesse Flowers, are you a Republican? Well, I used to be an independent, and then I went to vote in the primaries for Donald Trump, and I got a letter from the Republican Party welcoming me to the Republican Party. But originally, I was an independent. I can go back. Wanting a private room when you are at Lafayette's lowest is equivalent to a golden. Yeah, exactly. Michelle Hughes, I work my ass off, got nothing from military, just another schmurder plot and drop footage. Michelle Hughes says Spider in Canada. Aaron Hickman, may Emperor Trump rule for 1,000 years. Yeah, I mean, Justin Ebanks says, yes, because you look on that role yourself. You wanted to be the world leader about meaning. Aaron Hickman, long live Emperor Trump. Michelle Hughes says, RCMP, my own money, paid my own grant. Jason Johnson, Harry, hello, old man, still, yeah, I'm still alive, Johnson, I am. I don't know how much longer, but I'm still here. I'm still here. I only had 2 cigarettes today. Oh, Justin Ebanks, morons. Okay. I'm sure there's a lot of morons here. If anybody here's a moron, please type N in the chat. I'm going to type N. Hey, you can call me a moron all day long. I mean, I've made some pretty bad mistakes in life. So that equals a moron. Long live Emperor Trump. Ebanks says moron. In USA, everybody's divorced, including me, twice. Political fisherman, high maintenance, yep. R.A. Parori. Trump 2024. Rose Glow, are you religious? Yes, I am Catholic. I'm a Catholic. Jason Metz, do you understand how when the feds dictate tax dollars for a service, the service skyrocket in price? Yes, exactly. It's just poor management. And then I always say, like, these people are college educated. They have master's degrees. They have PhDs, but they don't know how to manage money. But they're personally wealthy. They're personally wealthy, but the government is poor. You know, even though like we're working and but the government is in debt, and that's not a good thing. That's like a sleeping tiger, or if you want to call that. When that tiger wakes up, we'll see what happens. Muslimina Johnny di Italiano. Buonasera. Buonasera. Grazie, molti grazie. Ci vediamo. It's a little Italian. Honestly, if they just put the money they gave Ukraine towards solving healthcare, yeah. I mean, but like I said earlier, like solving healthcare is about reducing costs in hospitals. I mean, it just is. You know, if you go to a hospital and you got to stay in a room that, let's say, for instance, my friend is in the hospital right now because she has some kind of foot problem. And she was in that hospital for 30 days. Robert Wood Johnson in New York City. She had a private room, a double room, and they couldn't even put anybody next to her because she's nuts, right? You know how much that cost the government or whatever healthcare she's on, Medicaid, Medicare, whatever. She's costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars because she's in a private room. All right, granted, she can't be in a room with another person, but I'm just making that as an example. You know, the rooms, you know, the cost of hospital stays needs to go down, especially like in the room department. You know, it needs to be less expensive for people to stay in the hospital. Would you prefer individual sovereignty or federal mandate? Well, we have individual sovereignty by voting for our representatives. They're not our leaders. They're our representatives, and their job is basically to lower our taxes. That's it. not to help foreign countries, to help poor people in other countries, to talk about, like their job is to basically reduce spending. That's what the government's job is to find ways to reduce waste. And they're not doing a good job at it. Like my governor. He's an asshole. I mean, he just spends and spends and spends, and they have the freedom of raising people's property taxes. Just raise property taxes. Spend more money. Give money away. Oh, we need to help these people, but we're going to raise your taxes. No problem. Oh, okay. There's nothing you can do about it. Metapotamus. He is president-elect, but I did vote for him, and that's fine. Democracy worked. Right. I have to agree with Metapotamus. Right? Democracy is still working in America. Thank goodness. That a democracy, we were able to elect, well, whether she won or he won. If it was a fair election, that's the beginning of possibly making America great again, is having square, fair elections. No more bullshit elections. No more cheating. Because then they can cheat more and just bring in foreigners to be presidents. Oh, we got somebody who's pissed off. He is president-elect, and worse, I just hope he doesn't fuck it up worse. Well, I don't think he was that bad. I mean, he tried to save America money. He had a good tax plan. He cut taxes, and he cut taxes, and he cut write-offs to make up for the taxes that he cut taxes on. David Cummings, I love Trump. All Dominicans do. Hola, gracias, amigo. Saint Tinix, belief had nothing to do with it. Right, numbers don't lie. Everybody remember that. If you want to find out something or you want some information on something, do the math. David Cummings, New York, baby. New York, baby. I'm surprised he lost New York. Time on my side. I like that. My fight was half 17-year-olds. I was 23, and Trump won both elections and popular. Yeah, I believe so. I honestly believe it. Like, they probably made a deal with Congresswoman Hillary Clinton. Michelle Rock. We Americans can finally breathe. I would say so. Caden GG. Jack Smith dropped all charges. Yeah, I know. Ross Glow. Are you? Because they're making deals. That's what it is. They make, and a lot of them are scared. So, oh, listen, don't prosecute me. I'll drop the charges. Shit like that. Okay. You spent millions of dollars of federal money to prosecute Trump, and now the guy's going to get away with it. You should go to jail just for that. Sky Cloud 9, Trump is dumb, but you, sir, are not. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. See how nice that was? Look at that. Where is it? Sky Cloud said Trump is dumb. All right. But sir, you are not. Well, thank you. Joshua Levy, Trump 2024. Lee Garrett, veterans for Trump. Yes, a lot of veterans voted for Trump. Usually the veterans will vote for the Republican because they usually fund the military. Tom McGuire, please tell President Donald Trump that captured American soldiers are not a bunch of suckers and losers. Well, he didn't mean it that way. I was in the military, so what I would say is that he was trying to say don't be captured. He doesn't like soldiers who are captured. That's what he said. I mean, who does? What general likes soldiers that are captured in POW camps? Right? So he's saying, listen, guys, try not to get captured. Do a better job. That's all he's saying. I mean, people get captured. People usually, like, the reason why people get captured is they run out of ammunition. That's all. What are you going to do? So if you're going bang, bang, and everybody's up, we're all out, and they still fire, oh, there's the white flag. Oh, Well, we're out. Take us prisoner. That's usually one of the main reasons why people are captured, because they run out of ammo. Or in John McCain's case, I don't know, his plane got shot down and he was out of ammo too. How's he going to fight? He's a pilot. John McGuire. Yeah, so do you understand, Tom, what he really meant? He didn't mean that he doesn't personally like them, personally. He doesn't like the fact that they're captured. That's what he meant, right? He didn't personally say he doesn't like soldiers who are captured. He doesn't like the whole fact of being captured. Try not to be captured. You know, try to bring enough ammo and food with you on patrol. Political fishermen. Don't forget Canada's Navy one canoe. and they have a jet ski too, I think. Political fishermen. Wow, we have a lot of... I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. There's like so many messages. Let me start from here. Life's lesson. Trump for VP 2020. That could be a possibility. Time on my side. As our founder said, this country, the governed rule, not right. Right. And that's why the citizens shouldn't be taxed. They should... The governor, the governed, what does that say? The governed rule, right? The government should seek to fund the government by taxes on goods and services. You know, like if Visa MasterCard charges a retailer a discount rate, that should be taxed. That's it. Simple. Simple. You know, you get American, they made $75 billion, right? Now, let's take out of the equation interest. And interest, right? So that's part. But now let's say the discount rate. How much did they collect on that? So just imagine they tax that. How much money they could generate. Versus taxing me and you, right? Does anybody here really want to be taxed? Does anybody here want to pay property taxes? I don't think anybody does. No matter what your opinion is in the government. And believe me, I talk to people on other live streams and they tell me, well, that's impossible. Well, I mean, you have to stop mentioning it. Like you got to mention, I don't like politicians having dual citizenship. Why would anybody agree to that? So what if a politician has four passports, and they're a quarter American, but they live here, but they have other passports? They can just go live in that country. Christian Fortier, hello from Quebec, well, hello from America. Bass, Trump team 80% Akhenaten. Yes. Still? Well, Joe Biden's team was the same thing. I agree. I think the first time he ran, it was 65%. And that's dual citizens. That's what I'm talking about. They shouldn't be there. Go get those positions in the country, the other country you have citizenship in. What's wrong with that? Why do you have to do it here? Why do you have to do it here? Like Senator Lowenthal, he's a dual citizen, right? You know how many times he goes to Congress lobbying for the country he has the other citizenship in? Go look it up on YouTube. Just type his name. And you'll see all he does is lobby for another country. He never mentions the people that allegedly elected him to represent them. Sparkly elimination. We are a constitution, yes, in a democracy. Right, so we elect our representatives, but we do live in a constitutional republic. Well, now they will be fair. Time on my side says last year government isn't Newsom. Oh yeah, well I don't see how California keeps electing him, but I think he's done, right? He can't run anymore, so now he's going to look to become a president. He could be. I don't know if he could become a senator. He could just keep working for the taxpayer. And the taxpayer just keeps paying him and supporting him, giving him, you know, free health care, free transportation, and all the goodies that come along with that job. My governor is Newsom. Ooh. Did you vote for him? Danny Boy C3PO. He is president-elect. End of it. Yep. Just one with eyes. At Bass, 80% of dues in the world are considered less than 10% call Israel home, 45% Israel. Well, they all have dual citizenship. Even Israeli government President Netanyahu has a dual citizenship. In fact, his son is in Miami right now. Shauna Costello, thank you, Jesus, for hearing our prayers and giving us our President Trump and Vice President Vance. We love you. Amen, Shauna. Wiki Speak, William Howard Taft, 2024. Daniel, I don't understand. Well, can you elaborate on that, Wiki Speak, if you're still here? Dennis Real, mental gymnastics. Yeah, mental gymnastics. You took the words right out of my mouth. Mental gymnastics. I mean, this election was freaking mental gymnastics. But you got to say one thing, though. Trump is entertaining, man. You know, like a lot of people say, why did you vote for Donald Trump, President Donald Trump? I said, well, because he makes me laugh. What? I says, yeah. I says, listen, if you're gonna oomph me, at least, make me laugh about it. Don't keep me in agony. Make me laugh. Thandy M says, the fact that you have to translate Mr. Bone Spurs dislike the most. Well, I mean, he didn't, was it because of Bone Spurs? Right? He wasn't, I think he went to military college or he went to military high school. But a lot of politicians didn't go. I mean, that's why there's no draft. Because just imagine all the dual citizens in our Congress are exempt from being in the military. So anybody basically who's a dual citizen in America, in a sense, can just leave the country and go to the other country and avoid the draft. Right? And people from certain religious backgrounds, they're conscientious objectors. So then they're exempt from going into the military. So the senators and all these politicians, they don't want their children to go into conflict because they get free education, free college. So there's no draft. But we still have the selective service. Everyone, even if you're a conscientious objector, I think is in the selective service. But when they call you, you go there with the letter. I'm exempt. That's it. Then you go home. Simple. Vance 2028, John Deeden, Dandy M. Taking a business for making money is not capitalism. Taxing a business for making money is not capitalism. What do you mean? Him, laugh out loud. Aren't we still Trump's tax policy? The only one that was affected was capital gains tax. No, he took away a lot of unions. You can't write off union dues anymore. So would have, let's say Vice President Harris, if she won the election, would she have put back union dues? She never mentioned that. She never mentioned anything about my tax plan is going to be, I'm giving you back your union dues write-off. I'm giving you back 100% property tax write-off. I never heard anything like that. Well, our tax plan is going to be, but there was no specifics. Not that I watched her debates anyway, because I just couldn't watch them. Sorry. Tulsi Vance for 8 years. Vance Tulsi. Yeah, I mean Tulsi's a bright one, but don't leave out Sarah Huckabee. Her dad, Reverend Huckabee, now is the ambassador to Israel, and he's a very, very strong proponent for Israel. So he's going to do everything he can for Israel. JT Munn, I don't see any woman being president in my lifetime. So, he's hoping that his daughter will probably run with JD Vance. Because she's young enough to be 8 years with him. Now let's see how old she is. How old is Sarah Huckabee? 42. So then in 4 years, she'll be 46. 8 years, she'll be 54. So then she could run for president herself for another 8 years. So she's perfect age. So Mike Huckabee, Ambassador Mike Huckabee, that's some title. Ambassadors don't get pensions. You know that? They don't get pensions. So he's not going to get a pension. He's probably not going to live in Israel. I don't think he's going to live there. He's probably going to live in the States. Trump has blocked 2 women. Who? Justin, one with eyes. Trump has blocked 2 women. Blocked 2 women. I mean, he's got so many women in his cabinet already. And they don't have dual citizenship. Ethan says, go Trump. Where do you want him to go, Ethan? Where? Where? He says hell a lot, Trump, right? He says hell, 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 hell. But I mean, he's the only president that they pray the Our Father. They probably did that a lot. They just didn't show it on television. I was watching one of his rallies and they did the Our Father. I was like, wow. I'll never vote for a woman president. They can't even handle the power of being. Well, I mean, I think Hillary Clinton would have been a better president than Barack Obama. Because at that point, at that time, she had more personal power versus Obama had no power because he's nobody. He was poor. I mean, you know, considering like who he was up against. Like Hillary Clinton is a multimillionaire, right? You know, I think Joe Biden too at the time. He's a millionaire too. So here we have Barack Obama with no cash. Now he's worth 100 million. President Barack Obama. JT Munn, I'll never vote. Oh, we said that. Ethan, America is back. Gus, capital gains is the only tax anyone should pay. Income taxes, right. Well, Gus, I also believe that capital gains and goods and services. I mean, it's not enough. Capital gains will never be enough. You know what I mean? Goods and services, everything. Like I said, everything should be taxed. That like lawyers should collect taxes. When they get a retainer, like I paid a lawyer to do some research for me, and he didn't charge me tax. He just took the whatever I paid him, and now he's gonna try to write as much of it off as he can and avoid paying any taxes on it. Why shouldn't he collect tax for the state? Why are lawyers exempt from that? I mean, ask yourself, you know how much money lawyers make? And they don't collect sales tax? Because they depend on citizen taxation. The lawyers, they're the politicians, so they don't want to be taxed. Because they all have law firms that they work for. The Patriot says, thank God Trump won. Yes. Johnny Rivers, no, Trump never. Johnny doesn't like Trump. Why, Johnny? The Constitution says they can. Just one with the Constitution says what? Tax us? CW, thumbs up. D Money, I thought Trump never took a wage the last time. Yeah, he didn't. He donated his money. That's what and presidents get paid quarterly. They don't get paid like monthly. They get paid quarterly. And they have to pay for their own food, but somebody can cook it. They have somebody to cook it for them. But they have to pay for their own food, which is absurd. Like they're giving billions of dollars to foreign countries and they're going to make the president pay for food? I mean, isn't that stupid? When I heard that, I was like, why the hell would they make the president? Like they're giving him the White House, protection. I mean, all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, and then if he goes to Camp David on vacation, it's free, but he's got to pay for his own food. He's got to pay for his own food. All right. That's the government. Dog the GP says stupid idiot channel. Yeah, I agree. I'm an idiot. Thanks for reinforcing it. You could have said I was a smart guy. It made me feel better. But no, you chose to enlighten me of my idiocy. And I thank you again, dog. Trust in Trump. D. Newman. James B. JJB. Trump 2024. Vance 2020. I like Vance, man. Vance is another good speaker, man. That guy can hold his own. I mean, he's very cool, calm, and collected. CCC. Cursed karma. Uh-oh. If you don't pay, you are the product. Exactly. The citizenship should not be the product. The government should not depend on the citizenry to pay for government spending. It should solely depend on goods and services, and capital gains is part of goods and services. Chanel D, don't start that again. Start what, Chanel D? If you don't pay, just one with eyes, taxes align max 1 point. Yeah. The West Coast Buckeye, he wasn't a politician, then just a carrot. Who? Travis Manning. Trump is God's choice. Perhaps. Cursed karma. He wasn't a politician. Dandy deleted a message. Michael Sherhall. The simple fact only 1 inch separated us from civil war is insane. There'll never be a civil war. There'll never be a civil war. It's not like before. I mean, what are you kidding me? People got to make their car payments. You think there's going to be a civil war? Back then, when there was a civil war, nobody paid property taxes. Nobody even paid taxes. They just had tariffs. That's how they made their money. Nobody paid taxes. People made their own gunpowder and all that shit. So yeah, you're going to have a civil war. Because you went off to fight, it didn't cost you anything. You didn't come home and you were like in debt. Right? Like if I go to a civil war, they'll foreclose on my house. Who's going to pay my house? Who's going to pay for my insurance? They didn't have that back then. They were debt free during the Civil War. It's never going to be a civil war. Trust in Trump. Warren saying he didn't turn. Right, I mean, but Trump did avoid us going, funding wars, going into wars. I mean, his presidency did have a conflict in Afghanistan. College students didn't have to leave school for the draft. Been around. Yeah. That's Ann Lolomag. Cursed karma, you sound like children. Who? Just one with eyes, supposed Union of States. Gus, he went to MYMA, which is a high school that I had the good fortune. Good for you, buddy. Dennis Nagel, why not return to the tariff system? The smartest politicians we have ever known designed this constitution for the reason the way it was designed. Our government is extremely large. Well, we need to make smaller government and to stop taxing the citizenship and tax goods and services. And that includes the stock market, anything. That's somebody's providing a service or buying something, it should be taxed. Period. If Trump actually did dodge the draft, I would say he has and still is. Well, I mean, think about it. He wasn't in the military. He became president. You know what I mean? It's not like he dodged the draft because he was an alcoholic. He dropped the draft because he went on to do, whatever. I mean, it's unfortunate. I'm not saying whatever, but now he's the president. So that's basically like serving. He was the commander-in-chief. Smaller government can become harder to control, consolidated power. How do you feel? Well, I mean, like, we don't need a board of education. We have so many of them. It's not like there's no board of education and we need one. Every state has one. 4. Every state probably has 4 or 5 of them. If you go breaking it down. In Trump we trust. JT Munn, there needs to be a woman vice before there can ever be a woman president. Well, people should be hired according to their merit. And I think Sarah Huckabee earned it. She's a governor now. You know, she was a great speaker, smart woman, married, 3 children. You know, she's a family lady. And that's the kind of people we need. People who have family, who say, well, you know what? I need to make America better for my children, for other people's children. You know, who believe in family. We can't have people who believe in A, B, and that's their only thing they're campaigning on. A woman, okay, all right, we got it. What else now? We got it. God bless Donald Trump and God bless America. Yes, indeed. B. Gwen Newman, in Trump we trust. Trump is my president. Michael Sherhall, I agree, JT, that why I said Vance Tulsi for 8 years, then Tulsi Vance for 8 years. I feel she's qualified for. No, I agree with you. I agree. I just think that Sarah Huckabee is a better choice. Oh, we have a message held for review. Ooh, let's see what it says. Oh, here it is. Bill Fannin. Hello, Bill. You're an idiot, he says. That's establishment. Okay. Another guy who calls me an idiot. So maybe I am an idiot. You're an idiot. But Bill Fannin says Trump is my president. Okay, Bill. I agree. Oh, so that was before. JT Munn, Obama was a horrible president too, though. Yeah, that was. I mean, all the problems we had. B. Gwenin, in Trump we trust. Trump, baby Trump. Rex Anderson, American Nationalist 852. Wow. Taxation is theft. Make tariffs great again. Make taxes goods and services. That's the same as tariffs. But I agree with you, American. Lizzie Tatum. Good evening, sir. Good evening to you too, madam. I don't live in the States no more, but I have American papers. I'm from Central America and I like Mr. Trump. Well, thank you. You're welcome back to America anytime, dear. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And guys, we have 200, almost 300 people in the chat and 17 thumbs up. You know what YouTube is going to think of me and all of us? You know what I mean? They're going to either say I'm like the worst YouTuber live streamer, but when they see a lot of thumbs up, they're like, wow, those people are having a good time. Wow, they really like being there. Let's see. That was nice of Lizzie Tantum. See, she actually was in America, became an American citizen or has a green card, and she went back home because it's probably easier there. It's probably less work, better quality food, better healthcare. You know, we need, hopefully RFK fixes all the chemicals and crap they put in our food. Trump trusted Putin over U.S. intel, Helsinki in front of the world. James Taylor, I don't know about that. Maybe you want to elaborate? Dandy M, I do not pay capital gain. Right. That's why everybody should collect taxes, because people write shit off and they don't pay any taxes. Thank you, M. Hunter Nobile. I think it's fair because the American people also have to pay for food. Yeah. Lizzie Tatum, yes, sir. It is stupid for a president to pay his fare, right? That's why probably Donald Trump eats a lot of McDonald's. He's got to buy his own food, so maybe he gets a discount. He's got to buy his own food. I mean, how much can food cost? Like, who came up with that? Like, well, you get free housing, sir. Oh, they're not allowed to drive. They're not allowed to drive. Presidents are not allowed to drive. So he's got to pay for his own food. But we'll pay for everything else, but You got to buy your own food. So what does he do? Like go to like Stop and Shop or ShopRite with and then buys food. What's he buy food on Amazon? Like what the like? Who came up with that? Trump. He may have donated his salary while playing golf on the taxpayers' dollar. Well, you know, Sally Ann Smith, I agree with you. Presidents should not be allowed to take vacation. I'm sorry. You're signing up for 4 years. You're running the American government. How are you entitled to like 3 months vacation? Let's see how much vacation time the president is entitled to. How much vacation time is the President of the United States entitled to? It's a whole... It's just doesn't give you fact sheet, federal holidays, work schedules, pay. Yeah, it doesn't really give you an answer. James Taylor, Trump's golf games cost taxpayers $143,000 in 4 years. So that's nothing. I agree with you, James. Look, I'm on your side. All presidents play, but it's unfortunate that President Biden doesn't play golf. But he went to the beach a lot. Hey, James, Ukraine cost the U.S. Right. Thank you. Michael Robinson, Taylor, I fart gold bricks too. I wish I could. James Taylor, Trump. Oh, we got him in the house. Hey, him. Seems like someone skipped my comment. I wonder why you didn't like me pointing out that the Republicans made income tax. Maybe. But it doesn't matter, like, who made it? It's just the fact, well, everybody voted on it. I mean, I think they should eliminate tax, personal citizen tax, like property taxes, income taxes, and tax goods and services. That's it. Whatever you buy, like if you go to a township and you want to get a building permit or a permit, you should pay a tax on it. That's it, whatever the state tax is. Okay, the permit is a $37.95 plus tax. End of story. A builder comes from another country. They want to build like a big sky rise in Manhattan. The permits are going to cost thousands and thousands. Why shouldn't they pay tax on that? Why should that be tax exempt? Why they're paying? They're building the building for $900 million, but they don't want to pay taxes on the goods and services. They should pay taxes and eliminate the property tax. Now, the commercial building, they should tax the property. You know, they shouldn't tax personal properties. Like the house I live in, my property's being taxed by my township, right? They should find other ways of getting that money. The state, the townships, it should be like a collective thing, you know, and collect tax. Americans, nationalists is leading when you consider the most of that money is actually old ammunition. That's not true. Bishop III, you can't even read. Who? Well, I mean, there's a lot here to read. James Taylor, convicted felon. Nope, they're dropping all the charges. Him, oh, so the party switched. No, the party never switched. That's bullshit. JT Munn, who cares, James? No one, that's who I am. Felon too. So JT Munn says he's a felon. What did you do, JT? I hope it wasn't that bad. There was never parties. Yeah, that could be true. No, get away from there. That's my dog. Saspararo, he's a criminal. Not anymore. James Taylor, convicted felon. Not anymore. American forever. We just had a woman vice, and she was disastrous. Well, I mean, she really didn't do anything, so you can't say disastrous. You know, Vice President Harris did what probably was the smartest thing to do, is do as little as possible. This way, no one can hold you to the fire. James Taylor, nope. Nope, they're going to drop all the charges, James. Kristen Brown, what was he convicted for? C. Sparrow, you voted him in to save 10 cents a gallon. Gave your rights away. American Forever deleted the message. James Taylor, felony fraud. On who? Tanya Love. Hey, Tanya Love is in the house. James Taylor, welcome. Convicted for calling out the corruption. Yeah, basically, you're right. You're right. Veterans are going to lose their no, they're not. No, they're not. Actually, they had the lowest recruitment rate in the last 4 years. VP has nothing to do with global. Right. True. The vice president's job is at home. It's not to go meet with ambassadors and shit like that. And even a governor, that's not his job. You know, and I think senators that represent people who voted, that's not their job either. They shouldn't go traveling to other countries to try and make deals. That's not their job. You know, maybe a governor can make a deal with another country for trade. Majid Abid, ha ha ha. AJ's read the top, the tripping. Trump believes in family. Yes. 3 wives, 5 kids, 7 mistresses. Hey, he gets around. All right, let me go down to the bottom. Just too many. Let me start down here. Let me start. Yep. All right. If I didn't read your comment, I'm sorry. Crystal Richmond, I voted for Donald Trump. I am a disabled Navy veteran. Thank you for your service, Crystal. And I believe he will do what he promised. Yes, I believe so as well. Slick Rick, what's up, man? Good seeing you again. Well, she said an impeccable with her border. Lizzie Tatum, God bless you, sir. Thank you, Lizzie. Please hit the thumbs up, and you know, if you don't mind, let's follow the channel. Everybody, follow the channel. Follow the channel, Brick Road. Follow the YouTube channel, Brick Road. Flukshun, she was not in charge of the border. She was tasked with prosecuting cross-border crimes, not leading the border patrol. Oh, who was? Mayorkas? So, you know, why wasn't he impeached? You know, Mayorkas dropped the ball. You know, he should have been fired. Like, you're not doing your job. You get fired. JT Munn, at Tanya Love, same here. I'm 2 hours from the border, and it's, wow. Slick Rick, send me some videos, and I'll post them. Slick Rick, she sure was in charge. Yep. Nope, that's literally what the Border Patrol is for. Right, but somebody's in charge of the Border Patrol. Tanya Love, yes, sir. Yes, she was. Oh, we have somebody new. Calidor Stark, hello, welcome. I'm from Britain. All the way across. Wow, look how far you came. Was the flight long? Did you have a good flight? I don't exactly like Trump. He comes across as a bit of an idiot at times. That said, he is a very good business mind, and he is good on his work. Well, that's good. That's better than what you first said. I agree. Here's my little puppy. My little pups. Tanya Love says she never went to the bush. She never went to. I think they had images of her going to the border, but it could have been CGI. Affordable groceries and gas, safer border, reduced taxes, jailed criminals for rainbow, people twerking in schools, women with balls, and Diddy supporters. Choose the option. Yeah. Zorix Mayorkas followed his executive orders. Yeah, probably. I would say so. I mean, he was given a job, and the guy who was supposedly managing him didn't do a good job. Crystal Richmond, I am a new subscriber now and hit the... Oh, thank you, Crystal. Let's see everybody else say that. Slick Rick, so the Border Patrol answers to no one. Yeah, exactly. No, they do whatever they want. They're not even hired. They just go buy the uniform at Walmart and just go to the border. And just get stickers offline and put it on their cars. Creek 212, someone from New York talking about the border. I'm talking about the northern New York border in Canada. Flushcombe, Jason Owens is head of Border Patrol. It's not hard to look at his stuff up. Tanya Love, if he has good business mind, then he's smart, right? Lizzie Tatum, I'm from Honduras. Life is very hard. I don't live there. I live in Cayman Islands. Wow. With my husband. He is from here. The Cayman Islands is beautiful. I was there. I loved it. I lived in New Orleans, Miami, went Houston, Texas one time. I waited back. And, wow, that's good. Wow, Cayman Islands. Do you get island fever like driving around? Because it's like not like it's so you really can't go anywhere. Like compared to living in Honduras, you can drive you could drive forever. Tanya Love subscribing now. Hey, that's what I want to see. Thank you, Tanya. Really appreciate that. Lots of business people aren't smart. That's true. That's true. Lizzie Tatum, for my American papers to come through, then I went to the States. I think I was like 8 years. Well, thank you for coming in the right way, Lizzie. We appreciate that. And thank you for saying that. Tanya Loves, you need to have brains to do everything Trump. Yeah, yeah. People think it's easy. Like even becoming president, you know how fucking hard that is? You know how smart you gotta be? How many people are trying to like take you down and you gotta fight every single one of them? I don't know why my dog's so tired. What's the matter? You tired? Oh, he's tired. He's got food and water. Stay cool, President Trump all the way. Christian Brown, welcome. How you doing? Lizzie Tatum, I feel bad for the people that flee their country cause, trust me. Well, I mean, people aren't fleeing. They're fleeing because of poverty. I mean, we have poverty in America. So it makes absolutely no sense to come to a place where there's probably more poverty than the place you come from because there's more people. There's probably more poverty. Tonya says, yep. Lizzie Tatum says, no, sir, don't get island fever. Zero Ricks, but he's good for us. Yes, yes. A-Rips, God bless Trump. Yes. Oh, we're down to the bottom. Wow. Finally made it. Tanya Love, he never gave up. Yeah, imagine that. Never gave up. I mean, it looks like Vice President Harris gave up. Like, she's MIA. You know, she should be out, you know, speaking highly of Donald Trump. Say, listen, support the president. But maybe she will when she comes back from vacation. Sharon Lanham says, go Trump. Christian Brown says, good, thank you. Carlito Perez, hey, Carlito. Trump till 2048. Wow. Fast Catapulito 68. I am from New York and voted for Trump, but could never tell anyone. I voted for him because I knew I will get hell for it. Really? Wow. Lizzie Tatum. These third world countries are very hard. So I could imagine. I mean, a lot of people have it hard in America. You know, but I mean, America, I mean, I don't know. I mean, not everyone can live like Americans do. So the poverty in that country is different than the poverty in this country. You know, like people in that country's poverty want something that is different than what people in poverty here wants because the lifestyle is different. But I'm not like, you know, I agree with you. Staying in the fight has cost Trump over. Yeah. But he still has $4.7 billion. I don't even think anybody even needs $1 billion. You can never spend it. It's even today's standards. It's a lot of money. Tanya Love, Vance 2028. Willow Nighthawk, hello, welcome to the live stream. Hide and watch. Okay. Did Trump speak highly of Biden after 2020? I don't remember. I think he wished him luck and stuff like that. But I mean, that was a really nasty. This wasn't a nasty election. I think it was pretty fair. Fake man. Lots of businesses aren't smart. That's not true. There are exceptions in every situation. Rich H, question mark. What's your question, Rich? Celadora Stark, Trump has the right idea. His words just let him down from time to time, although I would rather have a leader that speaks plainly than one that covers. Yeah, exactly. Zorix, Fluxion, of course. He didn't. He was up for re-election in 4 years. Biden didn't have a nice word to say about it. Well, you know what? I think it was good that he lost the last election because it opened people's eyes. You know, now they wanted him back because a lot of people who didn't want him before then says, you know what? I want Trump. So it could have been a bad decision on for the Democrats. Maybe they should have just let him win, and they would have been done with him. You know, and then now they could have maybe have done more, but now it's going to be harder for them because a lot of people are not happy with what's going on. Lizzie Tatum. Well, Zorik said, Fluxion, of course. He did it. He was up for re-election. Right. So Lizzie Tatum says, but God bless the whole world. Bless you, sir. I'm going to leave the chat. I have 4 days sick, not feeling good at all. Bless you. Good night. Well, thank you, Lizzie. Thank you for coming in, and I hope you feel better, and God bless you, too. Thank you. Oh, we got a message held for review. Uh-oh. Travis Barnes says, oh, yeah, Trump was elected and going in office January 20th, dumbass question, 2024. All right, I mean, January, yeah. So, I mean, that's not a bad word to say dumb. Lizzie Tam, thank you also, sir. Thank you. Feel better. Baba Yaga. I hope he doesn't get stonewalled once. Yeah, that's what we're all hoping for that. Let's hope he doesn't get Lincolned. Adrash. Adarsh. Trump making the strangest and badass team with Elon. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he should have a whole cabinet without anybody who's dual citizen. I mean, I think they should all be. I think, yeah, there shouldn't be any dual citizens in our politics. I think they should all be 100% American. You know, you want to be a dual citizen, go work for a private company. All right? We don't have, I mean, all right, go work for a private company. You shouldn't be able to become a police officer. You shouldn't be able to work like on a taxpayer basis position, like a sanitation worker. Go get a job in a private company. That's it. Felicia McGee, nope. Trump is dying. He's not. I haven't heard that. I mean, I haven't heard that. Yeah, so I really think that, you know, they need to change the tax system and stop taxing the American people and start taxing goods and services and tariffs. No is here. Hey, no. He's old, brother. Yeah, I mean, Trump is 78. He's pretty old. He's old. I mean, he could kick but he looks like he's in good shape. You know, I mean, look at Jimmy Carter. You know, God rest his soul. I think he passed away, right? 100. Or is he? Or is he still 100? Or he's still alive? Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter. Still alive. He's 100 years old. Well, peanuts are good for you. Eat peanuts. Jimmy Carter. Eat some peanuts, baby. I mean, you know what though, Jimmy Carter? Listen, I know they attacked the Marine Corps barracks, but he did the right thing. You know, he didn't go to war because Iran said it wasn't them. They didn't admit to it. So why would you invade Iran? You know, you can't invade another country because of a terrorist group. There's terrorist groups in America, let's just say, right? I mean, I think he did the right thing. I'm 44. Oh, Zorek says, I'm 44 and fell asleep at a Tool concert. Trump is... Yeah. I'm sure people fell asleep watching this live stream. Like all the people that are here, they're all sleeping. Man, that guy's boring. Here's a little doggy. Here's a little doggy. You know what happened? Like, basically, somebody gave me him to babysit, right? And he was like 9 months old. Now he's a year old. Or he was 8 months old, something like that. And they took him back. And she gave him back again. I said, keep him, take him. I don't care. You know, so because he's like really bad. But he's good with me. Like, he doesn't really do anything bad. He listens. I guess with her, they have another dog. They got a kid there. There's a lot of confusion. The woman's pregnant. So she's like, just take him. No says, salute to Mr. Carter for sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, Carter was just a very nice man. And I think he did the right thing by not... I mean, unfortunately, I think what happened when they attacked the barracks, I think the base commander dropped the bag. I mean, how the fuck do you put... I was in the military, right? How do you put a guy with a little rifle on a tower to guard the entrance of your base in hostile territory? You should have had 2 50s on the bottom and a 60 on top, with 2 guys on top and 3 guys on the bottom guarding the road. So now, halt! You don't stop. A 50 caliber would have shredded that truck, shredded, and it would have blew up. A 50 caliber round is like that big. I mean, that's like shooting somebody with a cannon, basically. You know, so who dropped the ball on that was the base commander. And then how did the driver know where the barracks were? He must have been in there. He must have went in, they scoped it out. There was no security. So the guy got in. So who should have been fired was whoever was the base commander and the general for appointing him. You know, for causing the unaliving or the death of all those poor Marines. Because if they would have had proper security, that would have never happened. Then after that, they put up the barriers where the cars got a zigzag. You can't just go driving straight in. But if they had the proper weaponry, they could have stopped that truck. Like 2 50s. Forget it. That truck, they would have destroyed that thing. Right? Just open up on it, it would have destroyed it. And it would have blew up because it would have hit whatever was in the thing. Yeah, 4 M2s. Yeah, exactly. So whoever was, they had like guys guarding the entrance with M16s and pistols. What are you going to do with that? Very nice man. Very, very mid-president. Yeah. Stacy Sweeting is from England. Welcome, Stacy, all the way from England. Thank you for joining us. The Moon and Stars, Cope. Jenny Phillips, hi from North Carolina. Hello, Jenny. Baba Yaga, thank you for your service. My husband's been 17 years. Thank you for your husband's service. Right, Zorks, I agree. Nope, nope, nope. He ain't my president. Oh, come on, Amy. Come on. I know you got a little thing for him in your heart. He makes you laugh too. I know he does. River deleted the message. BT Tech Power. You want a population of 335 million to not be taxed on income. Yeah. I don't really think they need to tax the citizenship or their properties. All they need to do is tax all goods and services. Anything that's transactions should be taxed, period. Any transaction should be taxed, goods or services. Just like buying a permit from your township. I read that. Digital placebo. That's cool. My belief regarding this question doesn't matter. He's the president. Thank you. Crystal Richmond. Okay, chat, if you're enjoying the live stream, please remember to like and subscribe. Show some love to Johnny Brooklyn NYC. Well, thank you, Crystal. Yeah, guys, come on. We have like 300 people enjoying, having a good time, and there's only 26 thumbs up. And I think all 300 of you good people should subscribe. And then I'll have 1,000 subscribers. Sharonette R. Shelton Taylor. Congratulations, Trump, Donald, 2030. Drill, baby, drill. Yeah, let's hope so. We're coming up on a message held for review. River Rat 17. Matthew Crooks, 2020. Jason, Google the word narcissist. Yeah, exactly. Who's the narcissist, though? Who do you think is the narcissist? Digital placebo, and I'm thankful he is. Let's see what... So, Dinky Doo says, hang on to your jacks and panties for the next couple of years. Shit's gonna fly. Well, thanks for that advice there, Dinky Doo. Austin, Harris gave up in 2020. Yeah, probably. Nathaniel Hyde. Hyde from Bahamas. Wow, I've been to the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. Nathaniel Hyde. I'm from the Bahamas. VTech Power. That would include Bitcoin. Yeah, any transaction. Well, not so much like buying stocks and bonds, but the the middleman providing the transaction. There should be a tax. Like let's say for instance, you go on a website and you pay $35 a trade, so you pay tax on the $35. You know, because like then you pay tax on the stock with capital gains. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't like tax stock. I mean, you could, they could. I mean, you know, but investments are different. But like the physical charge of committing the transaction, that should be taxed. Whatever it is, $10, $20, whatever it is. Lawyers should collect tax when they collect a retainer. Come on. Nathan Rays, who do you think is going to run? And I don't know, man. We were talking about that. I'm thinking maybe Sarah Huckabee, maybe somebody else, maybe JD Vance. It's going to be hard to tell. Crystal Richmond, if you ever need a moderator, let me know. I will keep you in mind. Yep. So like the more I see people, and we'll see. I mean, I have moderators, but I haven't seen them, so I got to go in and unmoderate them. There's one moderator that he pops in and this guy, Grandpa, but I can't get the ghost out of my house. Really, you got a ghost in here? I think I got a ghost in my house too. Delete a message. This is a funny one. Trump has shit for brains. He probably does. I do. That's why I voted for him. You wished Vance Pence, and Don Jr. will be top 3. I think Don Jr. should run for mayor of New York. Quinn Tanks them. People are too blinded by the left and right and not looking at people actual beliefs, actions, because if they did, they'd see a lot of politicians are very much the same. It's rare, yeah, that they are good. It's true. I mean, they're all college educated. Hold on, I gotta turn the light on. It's getting dark. He's a good boy. Oof. I usually have the light coming from the deck, but people are too. No new wars, drill baby. Yeah, no new. Uh-oh, we have another message held for review. And this comes from JD Space. Hey, JD Space. Takes a special kind of stupid to support Harris. You got to say VP Harris. But I think we could show that. I mean, it's back and forth. People said bad things about President Trump, and people are saying bad things about Vice President Harris. It's not a one-way. So, you know, if we're going to say things about President Trump, you know, I think it's fair that we can say some certain funny things about each other, like Vice President Harris. Zero Ticks. Do you currently have to pay capital gains taxes when you cash? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. NT Tiger. Nope, he lost. Baba Yaga waiting for the credit companies to be capped at a 10% APR. Yeah, and I think, and I was also saying, like, the discount rate, the transaction rate that credit card companies charge a retailer should be taxed. Imagine they would tax that. The government would make insane amount of money. They wouldn't have to tax us anymore. I mean, why don't they do that? Why do they want to tax the people? It just in their homes. It makes absolutely no sense. Go have the credit card companies charge a tax when they provide a service to the retailer. Oh, it's wholesale bullshit. That's bullshit. Even wholesalers should charge tax. Oh, it's double taxation. Too bad. I mean, oh, the consumer can't afford it. Yes, they will. They'll buy something cheaper. Trump, my guy, Danny Palmer, digital placebo. It was literally insane when Harris said she wanted to tax. Yeah, that's absurd. That's, again, they want to tax the general public. They want to tax the citizen on unrealized gain. So let's say your house was up in value. How are they going to tax that? So instead of them going to say, oh, let's tax goods and services, they want to tax you because it's easy to tax you because you're an individual. So to tax Visa, MasterCard is hard because they're going to fight you in court. They're going to go to Congress. You know what I mean? John Neighbor says, fuck yeah, Trump your president. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean tax, yep. Albert Rodriguez, what's up, my man? Cheers, thank you, sir. Cheers to you too. Zorex Brown, Baron Trump. Imagine? Wow. Well, I think it was Adams, right? The Adams family. John Adams, then his son became president. Caitlin Clark. That's what I want to hear. Caitlin Clark, 2028. She'll be like throwing baskets. That was terrible what they did to her. Terrible. That was terrible. That's why people don't watch women's sports. It sucks. No offense to any women out here who play basketball. The big Shiriko 16 says the big trick is that there are not two sides. Tava Squad, Vivek, Rubino, yes. Patrick Falwell. I believe we can reduce the amount of taxes in America pay by not giving so much to the country. Yeah, no, that we need to stop that too. I mean, nobody's giving us money. No one pays us back either. Danny Palmer, how are you doing, John? I'm good, thank you. How you doing, sir? Joseph Guntero, Trump isn't a politician. He's a businessman, and that's what we need. Yeah, that's true. We need an honest businessman, not a dishonest one, like Dick Cheney. Robin Core, Trump 47, great number. John, it is one way. Lone Fuang, welcome, Lone. Trump, okay. R. Walker, Trump. John, hey John, they would just send the extra money to you. They probably would. Hey, we can get more taxes. Let's just send it to more foreign countries. So we'll get like, and they only get like little tiny kickbacks. Oh yeah, send us $3 billion. We'll give you a free ride on an airplane. Oh, we'll set you up on a date. Dear Jesus, some idiot said Barron Trump 2036. Yaga says taxing people working overtime is ridiculous. Yeah, but what he meant is when he said he's not going to tax overtime, he's only going to tax, I think they're just not going to tax the amount that's the overtime. So if you're making $20 an hour and you get time and a half, they're not going to tax that $10. But they're still going to tax the 20. I mean, that's what I think. I don't think they're going to tax the whole 30 because you're still getting paid. You're just getting. They're not going to tax the overtime part. I think. I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. That's what I would do. You know, Russ. I mean, you know, you'd be. But then the only reason why he's doing that is to take the money away from the coffers, where they depend on that money to borrow more money. I hate to. Oh, Janie Phillips. Let's go, Trump, Don. Yep, let's go. Janie Phillips, I hate to go, but my little guy is giving me the stink eye. He wants his dinner. I have to go and fix some chicken breast. Spoiled dog. Oh, your little dog? Yeah, my dog gets bones. Bye, Janie. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to be going soon too, guys. Probably by in like 2 minutes. Sorry to read all your comments. Now we need help in our northern borders. Yeah, we do. Caesar Xavier, Trump baby. Yep. Peter Herzog. Hey, welcome back, Peter. What's your thoughts on the 2025 stating overtimes at 660 hours a week? No, it's I don't know, man. But I would say like he's not gonna tax like if you're making $20 an hour and you get time and a half or time and a quarter, he's going to tax the above the $20 an hour. You're not going to be taxed on that. And then they got to figure it out like ADP. They have to do all this stuff. Dear Jesus, Will Smith, 20. Yeah, no, thank you. That is funny though. Oh, message held for review. Dear Jesus, get my country's name out of your damn mouth. Okay. Casey, 100% the best president the U.S. has seen in many, many years. PI Network. Paradigm shift. Dear Jesus, get my country. Check it out. Peter Hersker, thumbs up. Thank everybody. Give a thumbs up before I leave the live. Everybody subscribe. There's 300 people here with 31 thumbs up. All you got to do is tap the screen. Quickly tap the screen. Tap. Jana Nikoloff, I know what everyone in Washington State is going to get taxed big time because we have a deficit, of 10, that's absurd, of $10 billion, and the state has been a Democrat state for over, it's terrible. I mean, it's terrible. How can you be a representative and just want to tax the people in your state or who you represent? The best president of all time, Sanford PhD Project, the PI Network. Sam, hi, I'm Hispanic. I support Trump. Thank you, Sam. Gracias. Mucho gracias. if you speak Spanish. That's my little bit of Spanish. But thank you for coming in, my friend. Doug Murray. Johnny, what do you think of Trump's pick for Federal Reserve Chairman? Who did he pick? Casey, get Trudeau out. Yeah, Canada needs to get him the fuck out too. Excuse my language. Peridium shift. Google it. Okay. Sam, I gotta go. That's why I really can't. But guys, tap the live, double tap the live, subscribe, and I will see you guys again on the next live show. So, tap the live screen. We got 1 more minute to tap, 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 tap. And if you're on a computer, just X out, or there's 3 little dots on your screen. Click that and you'll see thumbs up. Good night. Thank you, Kristen. Dave, Ma, yo, Johnny. Have you made Jesus your Lord? Yes, he is my Lord and Savior. Thank you, Dave. Paradigm Shift, Stanford PhD Project, PI Network. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Have a blessed night. And take care. Peace out. And God bless America. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. And I'll see you guys again.